Morning, fearless souls. How are you? This is Fearless Soul Tarot for the first week of January 2026. I hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year's Eve. I certainly did. Had a great time with my friends. Wow, flying out already, 7 of Cups. I hope 2026 goes well for you, that everything is exactly the way you want it. It's never exactly the way we want it, but as close as possible to that. Let's see the energies for the week for my fearless souls. I hope you had a good rest. This is a very interesting year of the horse, Chinese year of the horse. Go check out Chinese astrology if you like it. You know, Fearless Soul Tarot are general readings. Leave what is for you, leave what is not for you, and take whatever message you think is interesting. Wow. 2 guys on white horses. That's the first thing I noticed in the tarot cards. So I'll never do personal readings. I'll never get in touch with you to ask for anything. Wheel of Fortune, very nice. So if somebody gets in touch with you or says something, it's not me. So please ignore, block, and or report those people. Which other deck do I want? Yeah, we'll use the Light Seers Tarot for the general energies of the week. Let's see what comes out. So we've got communications and conversations. Actions and options, communications and conversations, relationships, and finance. Wheel of Fortune and finance, very interesting. And then we're going to get just how this is going to develop. Let's say just the general, I always do a second row of cards just for the general vibe. High Priestess. Very interesting major arcanas. King of Swords in reverse. The Strength in reverse. A lot of major arcanas in your readings. Fearless souls. Wow. Ace of Cups and 7 of Swords. So you have a 5, a 6, and a 7, which is interesting. So when I see these cards, I always feel like energy kind of building up. So let's start with the 7 of Cups. Great options, new choices in your actions and options, emails, conversations, work, studies, whatever you do to live, to produce, to become an active member of society, let's say, what you do for a living, or your personal projects that you're dedicated to at this time. What it means is the 7 of Cups, you have a lot of choices. So careful, because not all the choices are good choices. This is what really the 7 of Cups says. You need to choose from fantasies, things that might be more your imagination, wishful thinking, the allure of temptation on your path, needing to move forward without knowing the full picture or options, okay? Your wildest imagination is a tool that you can use to inform your future in a down-to-earth way. So very interesting. It's kind of a card that tells you that you should choose wisely from the several options that are presented to you. So everybody wants a piece of you. This is what I'm hearing. Everybody wants a piece of, like the Britney Spears song, "You Want a Piece of Me." And of course, Britney being one of the wonderful women in the world that was, in fact, taken advantage of by her own family. I just remember the "You Want a Piece of Me" song. So careful, not everybody has good intentions when approaching you, when approaching your talents and wanting to interact with you. So I think this is the main message for the week for my fearless souls that are listening to this reading. It's great potential, great creativity. It's the importance of going after your dreams, setting your goals for 2026, You should always see that if the offers that you have will satisfy what you want, or if they will interfere with all your hard work. Naturally, confusion can make your ideas cloudy, like that cloud where the Seven of Cups are. So follow into your intuition, because in your emails, communications, and conversations, you are a definite winner. Six of Wands. You are, so the cups are water signs, just for you to know: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the fire signs are Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Just for you to know the general star signs that are involved in these cards. The Six of Wands is, I'm getting the Latin expression, Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, and I conquered. So communications and conversations, you're super strong. The Six of Wands is you're defending your work, your values in your communications and conversations, emails, phone calls, etc. You're pushing away your competition. Look at the people there with the wands, but they're on the ground and you're on your high horse, okay? So you're pushing away competition. You're above them. You may face a few challenges here in the first week of January, but the chances of success are great. So go in your phone calls, emails, communications, conversations, interactions mostly on a work-based, activity-based level, or study or training, whatever you're doing to produce, for a living. It is a proof that your very, very big efforts are going to be crowned. So you did a huge effort in 2025, and there is in fact a prize that can be yours. I can think this week also sets the energy for the rest of 2026. To be honest, I mean, I can feel this very potent kind of forward movement. It's a good sign when we see this Knight of Cups. I mean, these two cards are almost the same. One's carrying a wreath and the other one's carrying a huge cup. The Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands, sorry, is this badass success energy, as I was saying: leadership, accomplishments, being seen, becoming an influencer, victory, optimism, and inspiring others. You're worthy of this success, and you're grateful, and you are seen, okay? So people will recognize that you are very good at whatever you do. The Knight of Cups is another very interesting card, and it is in your relationships, whatever the relationships they may be, not necessarily, relationships regarding your work, but also relationships regarding your amorous relationships. It can be your boyfriend, girlfriend. The Knight of Cups is a classic romantic, but it can be any relationships, really. It can be work, it can be family, it can be friends, work friends. But this is either somebody coming towards you, or you yourself are this classic romantic, a passionate soul with artistic tendencies, creativity. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve, seeking connection, being in love with the idea of love and chivalry. So you are in touch with your emotions, or whoever is approaching you is also in touch with their emotions. So it's a good card for the love and relationships, let's say, position for this week. The Knight of Cups, he comes always bearing gifts, right? In this case, it's his emotions. Again, Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. When he comes with good intentions. He or she, the cards don't have a gender. So he's gentle. He or she or you have good ambitions, good feelings. The beginning of the reading may mean proposals, new connections, new friends. Might not be so active as he seems, which means you might feel that the person doesn't like you or is not very interested, but in fact they are. If you have any doubts, if there's somebody here, they are definitely interested, even though they might be shy. This is what I feel. Wheel of Fortune in finance, great cards. Destiny, luck, change, and opportunities. So when it's upright, it's a good change in your finances, announcing important changes in your circumstances in general. The influence of the Wheel of Fortune may be interpreted as the wheels of destiny. In a reading, it can be a positive card that brings new beginnings and ideas that are capable of transforming completely your mentality and your life, which is really, really, really positive. So there's going to be a shake-up. I don't know why I heard the shake-up. A shake-up. In a good way. Something's happening. Wheel of Fortune, it changes fate, destiny, like a lucky break, okay? And it's on the finance and material goods. It can be not necessarily just money. It can be money. It can be physical, structural assets. It can be cycling through karmic lessons, chaos and creation, a turning point, and serendipity. So you allow these transformative energies of fate to help you expand your experience, okay? Allow people to come into your life, and you're attuned with this energy, because we've got the High Priestess, which is an amazing card. It's one of my absolutely favorite ones in Tarot. When it comes in, it means that you are, in fact, in your very high intuition energy. You have a great power. Dreams, powerful visions, as I said, great power, powerful visions, psychic insight, serendipity. Again, the word serendipity. So something really, really lucky is going to happen this week, the first week of January for you. At least this is what I asked for in the cards. Insights, meditation, introspection, intuition, and spiritual experience. You have the answers you seek, and by following the truth, you will find them. Okay, so be rest assured, you will find what the answers you need, and to use your intuition, secrets, spirituality, decisions. She's very connected. The masculine, let's say, masculine version of this is the Hierophant, or the High Priest. So she is a goddess that brings discernment, integrity, wisdom. So when she's upright, she means you are looking for, and you're asking for this wisdom. You're asking for this orientation. You're asking for, particularly if you need some important decision, listen to your intuition without having to look for inspiration or advice in somebody else, maybe. And look, maybe you can speak to other people that are older and wiser, and they have more vision, older and wiser. They don't need to be older, but wiser, or mentors or counselors. Other meanings can mean secrets, need for privacy, and meditation. So you need some sort of practice, some sort of daily meditation that helps you reflect on what you want. The Knight of Swords, this is the energy throughout the week. So you're starting super, super focused. Knight of Swords is a great card as well. He comes, however, in reverse, so something needs to be worked on throughout the week. This is kind of the undertone, right? What is going on behind the scenes, what you're feeling. The King of Swords. What he says is really, careful with your very strong energy, okay, this week, because he's in reverse. He can become quite scary, like a really fearless adversary. And it could be you, it could be somebody else you're facing. And with the Strength in reverse as well, these two in reverse means, careful with the excess power and sort of will to push into 2026. Don't scare people off. This is what I'm hearing, especially on the work level. Like, don't be over aggressive. Don't be over aggressive on a professional level, because it can scare your business, your deals, your clients, whatever you're doing. It can scare them a bit. For some reason, I'm hearing that. So when the King of Swords is in reverse, in fact, kind of just don't be sneaky, or somebody might be sneaky with you, and you need to pay attention to that. It might be somebody approaching you in this sense, or interacting with you. Their presence in a reading shows you that you should extract yourself from any potentially dangerous situations that might affect you. So it can be somebody opposing your plans ferociously. So it could be something of the sort. The Strength card. The Strength card in reverse also shows this sort of imbalanced energy. It might be somebody else. It might not be you. So because when the King of Swords is in reverse, it might be somebody else trying to block your power in an imbalanced way. Manipulation and conceit, showing off your or their intelligence. Don't be you. Don't be this. I hope this is not you, and try not to be you. No rigidness of thinking. Be flexible. Don't be over controlling. Don't be irrational, cold, or calculating. And if somebody is being like that with you this week, please protect yourself. Make intelligent and wise decisions about your future. And the Strength card is exactly that. The Strength card, when it's in reverse, means some sort of imbalance of power, blocked by fear, self-doubt, something here. So there's something in the middle of the week, because you start off really nicely, but something disturbs you here in the middle. But then you go back to the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So it kind of goes, the Seven of Swords, I think, is the extra card, is the warning for the week. But courage, calmness, that's what you need to look for. Don't be guided by the fear, the lizard part of your brain. Don't be guided by that instinctive part. Try to exercise self-control, self-destructive impulses. You deliberately bring your compassion and strength forward and use them for good, even though other people might not, okay? But you keep your integrity, fearless soul. This is what I feel. It's kind of danger in fighting an inner strength, instinct, integration. When it's inverted, you're kind of giving into opposition. So be careful, or getting very upset in the process. So careful. You need to deal with a person and a situation correctly. You need to realize what you need to do. So instead of stepping back, you need to go face whatever problem exists with all your inner strength. And maybe you'll discover that maybe this person, I think this is somebody else, this person is a kitty cat, not a lion. He's just I don't know why I said he, it can be a she. He's just a scared little kitty cat and not a ferocious lion. You're the ferocious lion, fearless soul. And the Ace of Cups proves it, because the Ace of Cups is at the end of your week, the end of your reading, which is wonderful, wonderful card. You got great cards. It's like beginnings. The Ace of Cups is the maximum of femininity. It expresses emotional events with vital importance. It can be pregnancy, it can be maternity. That's one of the interpretations. It can also be somebody falling in love with you, or going to fall in love with you, or you're falling in love with somebody like head over heels. Spiritual interests, kind of, why couldn't I say interests? Spiritual interests kind of blooming, and even artistic inspirations. Maybe you need to put a bit more of art in your life, something to detach you from the intense amount of work that I think you built on 2025, but you're still going to go forward and do it. It's new connections, new romantic relationships, friendships, the seeds of love and hope, newfound emotions, awakening the heart, joy, positive outcomes, oneness, bliss, and creativity. Your heart is open and filled with love. Okay? Very, very good. Seven of Swords, I think, is the warning card for the week. Deception and betrayal. Taking what's needed only. The universe bearing witness to people's true intentions. I think it has to do with this King of Swords here. The universe is really seeing everything. Somebody's getting away with something, or you're going to get away with something, but you need to be strategic. and not be scared or over aggressive here in the middle of the week. Okay? The universe really is looking at this. You're being grateful for the resources that you have. You're moving silently and quickly. You act from a place of love and morality, and the universe witnesses your honest intentions. Okay? So the universe can see your integrity. And when the Seven of Swords appears, really it means lies, distrust, possibly in difficult relationships with a dangerous opponent. It's necessary with a lot of, with a lot of, it's something necessary. You need to do a bit of, flexibility and bending and strategy. There are difficult relationships with a dangerous opponent here, and I think it's this guy, this King of Swords, whoever he is. I feel it's kind of work related. So you can only really beat this person with an excellent tactic and with a lot of intelligence and strategy. So the message here is to fight for what is yours, okay? So keep going. Let's just see a message here from, just a general message just to finish off your reading from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Please like, share, subscribe. It's very important because these are readings, readings that are general and that I don't charge for. It's important that to keep the readings going. Milk and honey and happy. So, very good cards. Press that little bell that you see on the right-hand corner below your video. It's the best way that you can follow the videos and become a subscriber. You don't pay anything for it. It's not binding. You can always take it away whenever you want. So you're completely free, obviously, to follow. Happy is the joy and contentment of your life, feeling satisfied. So feelings of satisfaction and a notion that everything will be okay. So your wishes are going to fairly effortlessly, I would say, be satisfied specifically this week. Find joy in every moment, regardless of what's happening, and be satisfied with the things as they are. You're free of kind of ties of nostalgia. You're kind of healing from something from 2025, I think, and you can feel the freedom that goes with this, being happy at each moment, you know. So you decided to choose happiness instead of chase it. It's time to feel joy and the joy in itself and feeling contentment. None of this is due to anything exterior to you. Your happiness comes from being together with the plan of the Spirit for your life. Everything is okay. Just now you're on the kind of cusp of the wave, so take advantage and bathe in the waves happily, okay? Milk and honey. Milk and honey came out as a bonus card, which is very interesting. It's the most beautiful. Don't forget your self-care. Just because of your objectives, your work objectives, don't let them overpower your self-care. That's what I'm hearing, Fearless Soul. You're feeling the good taste of prosperity. Opportunities are born through your authenticity, okay? Cultivate abundance. Trust that all your needs are being met. You're coming into a sweet phase of your life. You're gonna take advantage of all these wonderful things. This is like a bit of a stopping point. Kind of being a bit hedonistic, taking care of yourself. But all your senses are really in tune with the unlimited possibilities of the universe. These situations are precious, and they only arrive when you are in an authentic state. So the word authentic has appeared a lot. Authenticity. So there are limited possibilities, and these situations really only happens when you see the world from a wider perspective, not sort of locked in the mechanics of it. you have no needs really, and you're able to be nourished by more subtle, intangible ways, not necessarily the material ways. Abundance is an energy and you are part of it, okay? Fearless soul. All of your needs are being satisfied. You are given the gift of sustainability and sustainment in all its forms. What a beautiful way to end your reading, Fearless Soul. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope 2026 goes wonderfully well for you. And I'll be here bringing you more and more readings. Please like, share, subscribe. We need viewings. We need the channel is brand new, so we need viewings. We need comments. Anything you can do to support the channel and help the algorithm promote it is wonderful. Okay? Thank you, and have a great first week of January. Fearless souls and love and light to all of you. Bye.